Welcome in, everybody, back to another episode of the Grub Buds. Of course, I am your host with the most, Truman, the Steen Machine Steen, as found on Twitch and Twitter. And as always, I am joined by three very handsome guests here to eat another interesting fast food item. This week, we're actually eating the new Papa John's Parmesan Crusted Papadia. Is that enough? Is that correct? Is that a long enough name for it? Is that correct?
Yes, that is quite a long title.
I think we got there. And as always, we're joined by three guests. We've got two kind of regulars here, and then one completely new. So it's nice to have fresh blood in here, fresh faces. I mean, and then so what we'll do is we'll start off by eating the papadilla. We'll give our kind of first thoughts on it. We'll get into weird news, and then we'll grade the papadilla afterwards. Tell you if you should go, if you should be running to go get it or not, So we'll figure it out. But before we get ahead of ourselves here, let's introduce our guests. Up here in our top left, we have Joe. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Thought I was going to be late, but I wasn't. So, hell yeah.
Me too, Joe. I just always assume you're going to... No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it doesn't help when I texted you and I was like, hey, I'm going to be perfectly on time or up to 5 minutes late.
Right, and that's always the worst. Whenever you say you're going to be perfectly on time, that's when I worry the most, Joe. And up here in our top right, we've got Cole. Cole, how's your Memorial Day been?
Oh, my Memorial Day has been fantastic.
Mixed it up on
It has been very good. Yeah. Today was good. I somehow was here later than Joe, so I feel like things are changing, and I need to spend some time reevaluating my life this evening. But other than that, we're doing great. We're doing good.
Do some soul searching on Memorial Day.
Man.
That's what Cole's spending his Memorial Day doing, some soul searching. And last but not least, our absolutely new guest joining us for the first time down here in the bottom right, Steven. Steven, how are you doing?
I'm great. Glad to be here. First time.
Oh yeah. How was your Memorial Day?
All I've done is watch 2 Marvel movies today and send some emails.
Hey, that sounds like a good Memorial Day. That's what Memorial Day is for either time off and doing nothing or grilling. That's one or the other. You can work if you're going to work really hard on Memorial Day. The only thing you should be working hard on is grilling, and not.
But you guys didn't work today?
yeah. I guess Joe worked today. But let's.
Amazon does not sleep.
Amazon.
They don't give a shit about Memorial Day.
Jeez. That being said, let's talk about our food item. This is one that I'm excited for. I eat a lot of papadillas in my free time. People that know me, that have had drinks with me, or we have late night eateries. If you guys ever seen me do anything while on stream, half the time I order a papadilla at 11 p.m. because I'm just, it's just a fantastic. It's like the best appetizer. I don't want to talk about it too much. There's a lot of reasons that I'm chunky. Papadillas are 30% probably. But when Papa John's said, "Oh, we've got a new papadilla coming out," I said, "Oh shit, we're gonna do it on Grub Buds." Literally the first opportunity we got. So they came out with this last week, and this is the new Parmesan Crusted Papadia. And I'll tell you what, it smells good. I put it in my car. Did you guys go pick it up, or you have it delivered?
Picked it up.
Picked it up.
Picked it up.
I mean, you put it in your car. It's fragrant. I don't know. And
yeah.
I let you guys pick your flavor. Joe, what flavor did you get?
I got the barbecue bacon chicken.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I think that's the one it's called, but it's one of the pre-cons.
Sure. Cole, what'd you get?
I got the meatball pepperoni, I believe is the full title. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that. I think that's like the Italian, maybe Italian kind of one.
There is an Italian one that is different than this. This one's more of just like the lots of meat choice. So that's always, if I'm ever picking pizza, I'm always like, what's the one with the most meat? Which one has the most? Because that's just the type of person I am. But this one it is the meatball pepperoni.
And Steven,
sure.
you went buffalo chicken, right?
Buffalo chicken, yeah.
Nice.
I love me some buffalo chicken.
And I went Philly cheesesteak, so that means that all of us went something different. which is
Okay,
like,
nobody got a normal one.
Which
Nobody
is-
made their own.
which is
What
something that we
happening?
started doing recently. Every now and again, when we have these variety shows like this, I'd say, this is what you're eating, and you're gonna like it. You're getting this flavor. We're all having the same flavor, so we're all grading the same thing. But you know, I've relaxed it here to. I guess there was complaints. I guess so. We've relaxed it a bit.
Thanks.
But on the bright side, we're gonna have a wide range of, you know, is this good inside of Papadia? Again, I've had pretty much every Papadia, so I know it's pretty good.
Well,
but,
I mean, we're testing what's on the outside of the papadia, though.
right? Yeah, I guess
Yes.
that's the thing that's different. We'll see if I can get my camera to work. Also, I was having camera issues earlier. I normally try to, you know, throw up the
On cue, just on stream,
yeah, right.
all the time.
Yeah. No, wait, no. No, it's not gonna work. I'm having weird camera problems, so we'll not get to take the close up look at it like we normally do. But I'll just pick it up and just shove it in the cam here. This is you know this is cheese. This is all cheese. This is cheese all around. Normally this is like a white pizza dough looking thing, and that is entirely cheese. Normally that is
greasy.
this is normally white. And this is all cheese now. This is all brown cheese, and I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. Siri is asking me what I think about the Papadia.
I have not seen the normal one.
Right. Yeah.
Same.
So what I'm telling you is that it doesn't look like
Yeah,
this.
I haven't seen the normal one, so this is my first exposure. Period. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So let's get into it. Take a couple bites. Let us get the initial thoughts from everybody here. Some crunch from the cheese. Mm-hmm.
We're just supposed to lick the side of it, right? Like that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
just taking,
Yeah.
taking some runs.
It's like a lollipop, like a cheese lollipop.
Yeah. Eventually, we get to the middle.
Jeez. That's you're asking how to make it last throughout the entire episode. That's what we do, is we just lick it. No biting, just licks. Let that enzymes just break it down slowly.
Those are the numbers we give at the end, right? Is number of licks that it took to get the center
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
the food.
Which is surprising because we've never made it past 100.
It's amazing.
Truly shocking.
Truly shocking.
I will say, I got made fun of. I walked into the house with this, and my sister goes, "What did you get?" And she's like, I went, "Oh, it's a papadilla." She's like, "What is that?" I opened the box, and I went, "Looks like a small pizza folded in half." And she's like, "You paid for a folded in half pizza?"
To be fair, it's only like $7, and there's coupons going on right now. Although I sent you guys all that
$7,
coupon
I
code.
could get a much bigger pizza.
That coupon code
Oh,
did not work.
Oh, I definitely forgot to give him that code.
It's alright.
Oh,
It
did not work.
I think you have to spend like over $10. I assume there's a spending limit, and $7 was not that limit. So,
Okay, I have honey.
what?
I have honey. It tried like 12 other codes and found me like $1 off. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, let's go, honey. We're not sponsored yet, honey. Talk to me.
I will
so-
say an occasion where honey actually saved me money.
Give me your initial thoughts here, guys. What are you thinking on this Papadia?
Might be
You
just
know,
me,
this
but
is-
unless I bite the cheese, I can't taste the cheese.
I'd give you that.
Kinda. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if I put
I'm not
sauce
getting a
on
big
it,
cheese flavor.
No. The Parmesan doesn't
This is
blow
not
me
like
away.
the cheddar chalupa.
Yeah. I think the cheddar chalupa was the first thing we ever had on this show. And it was, I mean, that thing was cheesy. I mean, that thing was cheddar. I mean, boom.
I was sad I never got one.
Joe, we've had eagle eye viewers in the chat saying that there's a face in your green screen. I kind of see it. Kind of over your top, over your left. What we're seeing, yes, yeah, there.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. I see it. I
Nope.
see a little nose,
Nope.
little nose,
Don't
little
like
eyes.
it.
That's freaky. It's freaky now. Now I'm very scared about what's going on in the basement.
Can you like fix that?
can,
don't like it.
Can you adjust it? I'm getting spooked.
I'm about to peace out. I'm about to peace out.
I'm leaving.
Still there? Fuck, it's still there.
Nah.
No.
No, I think you made it worse. It's got a mouth now. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Nope.
All right. While
behind
Joe
you,
tries
that's
to
what it
fix
is.
his green screen, that's pretty weird. So let's get into some weird news. We're gonna start off. Cole, we all brought 4 stories. We're gonna start off with one of the vets. Cole, we're gonna have you go first here. You've got an interesting pianist. No, pianist. Sorry.
Virtually the same thing.
Yeah. What's going on there?
Yeah. Second grade me would also have made that same joke when I first learned about how it was pronounced. So I do appreciate that.
I think there's a joke about a duck or a 9-inch pianist or something. I don't. Again.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So there is an 11-year-old pianist who lives in Thailand, and she plays concerts on a weekly basis, which is super cool. 11-year-old playing these concerts. The interesting part is that the concerts take place at the zoo, and when she plays these concerts, she's wearing a green alligator costume. You say, oh, well, maybe she's playing for alligators. No, she's performing for lemurs. Her main audience is the lemurs at this zoo in Thailand. Apparently, she plays the music to help soothe the animals, really keep them company. But I think the really cool, kind of heartwarming part here is this isn't something that you'd normally need for lemurs, because normally when zoos are open, they have visitors, and the visitors keep the lemurs company. They enjoy the people that come by the exhibits. But because of COVID-19 outbreaks, there have been times with no visitors. So she'll go in on a weekly basis and play concerts for the lemurs to keep them entertained, I guess, keep them comfortable, relieve some of that big lemur stress that I'm sure they're holding. But yeah, it's really cute. Like, probably one of the most adorable things I've seen in a while. Yeah,
That's a lot of lemurs.
There are a lot, yeah. A fun fact, I think I have that same alligator onesie, so I really relate to this story on a holistic level. Piano being a great instrument, and weird alligator costume that I somehow pretty sure I do have.
Now, what I'll say is that it looks like she plays for all the animals. It doesn't look like looks like we've got meerkats. I'm seeing hippos. They're showing pictures of giraffes, but that might just be the zoo. But they definitely show her like hitting the piano next to like hippos and meerkats, like just sitting there like looking at her. So I think this is one of those things where it is a headline, but man, all of it's cute to watch all of these animals react to this music.
Yeah, and I think I definitely. It does mention in the article that she does play for some of the other animals around the zoo. I think they focused on the lemurs because the lemurs like love what she's doing. She's like,
the lemurs
either
climb
in the
on
habitat.
her.
Yeah, she's in the habitat with them. Of course, masked up. Don't want to spread anything to these lemurs. But she's in that habitat, and they're climbing all over the piano and trying to. They're like my cat. Anytime I ever try to do something on my keyboard, he's just trying to help out. I
had the same thing, and my cat decided I shouldn't be doing anything, and so she went to go just take like a kind-hearted swipe, and just boom, just nice little gnarly cut down the hand. So I feel that. Yeah, luckily no lemurs taking any lunges at her here, but this is, I mean, it looks, it's one of those things like, so have you seen the video of the farmer who plays the trombone for the cows? If you were a trombone player, you 100% see it. They loved it.
I feel like that's because you played trombone. That's why you saw that.
Well, he was playing like Royals by Lord, and so I am Lord, la la la, and so they would all come in. And it's like one of those things. Animals do react to music. Obviously, humans are animals. We react to music. It's probably the same thing. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not
play the chicken dance for the chickens.
Yeah. I just want to say, I feel like as a lemur, I would be terrified if I saw an alligator coming up to me.
It's an adorable alligator.
Right. You know? Like, does the alligator suit help? I would like to know.
That's a good question. I think they mentioned stuff about the importance of it was that it was green. But okay. I don't know how much it does make a difference. I don't think it's, I don't know how good animals are at recognizing things, but I'm not sure that it is quite convincing enough. If I was a lemur, like I might be brain dead, flinging my own poop at things, but I still might not believe that that was an alligator. So
You know
who
what?
knows?
I don't
But
think
all it
that
takes is
an
one. All it
alligator.
takes is one slightly
See?
dumber lemur going, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
whatever-
He starts
We've all
the
been on
panic.
social media.
Yeah,
All it takes
whatever
is
that
one
is in
stupid
lemur tongue.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
all it takes is somebody being like, this is blah, 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 and then there's a million people that will say, this is blah, 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 you know? We've all been there, but it's definitely...
I mean, what I will say is I know at least dogs see in black and white. Sorry, grayscale.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
I don't
that's
know
not
if
as
that
true.
applies to other animals.
I thought they they were like, maybe that's not true. I don't know.
Maybe.
I
feel like
but I don't know enough to tell you no.
It was at least
Yeah.
something like they have way fewer cones
Mm-hmm.
in their eyes than rods.
But yeah,
These cones are what let us see color.
but it's kind of nice of her to keep these animals company while this COVID thing's going on. We're kind of, maybe knock on wood, maybe wrapping some things up here, but we're, it is nice to see her come in and keep these animals company when they're, animals that are used to seeing thousands of people a day, probably. And it's nice that she's wearing a mask. Obviously, did you guys hear what happened? What was it, Greenland? Their minx population or whatever? Did you guys hear about that?
Wait,
Mm-mm.
what?
But one of those island countries, either Iceland or Greenland, had to kill like 2 million minks because they all caught like COVID and were creating like super COVID. So they had to go and wipe out basically their entire mink population.
They all
Wow.
died.
So while it's like, oh, it's nice that she's wearing a mask, it's pretty nice that she's wearing a mask.
It's
So
serious.
wasn't that a big hit to the dog community? They're like, "Oh no, we have COVID. Fortunately, our animals can't get it." And then all of a sudden, scientists were like, "JK, your dogs can get it." And everybody went, "Shit."
Yeah, but I mean, and then nothing really happened, you know.
Yeah.
I never
I mean,
had it. My
yeah.
cat never had it. I don't know.
I mean, COVID was one of the greatest things to ever happen to this country because UFOs exist, and we didn't care.
Yeah, there's so much going on right now, but so I'm not shocked that you guys didn't hear about the minx population getting wiped out of Greenland or whatever. But yeah, that happened.
Was
So.
a thing.
It was a
Interesting.
thing. So, a really sweet story, a nice one to get us started off here, Cole. Just starting us off on a great note, just a fantastic note here, Cole. A veteran move. We'll move on to our second story of the day. Joe, you got a little something for us here, Joe?
Ah, yes, I do.
I don't even
so-
know how to lead into this, so you got to go for it.
So here's what we got. There's this dude. He's really old in Australia. And he claims that one of his secrets to living so long is that he eats chicken brains.
Oh,
Yeah.
how does that? How often does he eat chicken brains?
Let me see what it says here. Let's see. He turned 111. It's been 124 days since he turned 111.
He is a retired cattle rancher, which some would say maybe all that exercise helps, but also all that access to extra chicken brains also. Maybe I guess it's
Yes.
cattle. He's not a chicken rancher. Is that chicken
Weekly.
farmer? I
Sorry,
guess
in
what he
here
is.
it says weekly poultry delicacy. He says that they are very small, very delicious, and they're only one bite. So
Oh,
I guess
oh God.
Man.
Oh, I
Can you
probably.
imagine this, dude?
Oh my! Just popping chicken
I don't know
brains
if he
like
cooks them or if he
nothing.
just like downs them whole.
No, you got to be cooking chicken. No way. I
would
mean,
hope
think
he
about
cooked
anything
this.
from a raw chicken. And the brains probably there's so many things you have to do to an animal brain to be able to eat it that there's no way that he's
Probably
just
just like
popping
sushi.
chicken. No,
I just-
no.
I just imagine him not even like he thinks this thing is a supplement, right? Like it's like a daily vitamin. So you just imagine
Yeah.
him waking up in the morning, he walks over to the bathroom sink or whatever, he just pops a brain in his mouth, takes it down with some
He's-
water.
He's got,
Even
like, a
better,
little
him as
jar
an
of them,
111-year-old
takes the lid off,
man.
just choop.
Yes.
I
Exactly.
live
Even
so
better,
long
him
because
as
I eat chicken
at
brains and I
111.
do this and I do.
I was gonna say,
All right,
He
Grandpa.
has
we'll
chickens.
put you
That's
in
how I
the-
choose. That's how I choose to imagine this. He has chickens, and every morning he walks out there, manages to catch one, kill it, and eat its brain.
Right, that's the true story behind this, is that he's going out there catching chickens, killing them, and eating the brains. That's what's keeping him healthy, is chasing a goddamn chicken every week. You know, it's
And
like what do they say?
what
If you pick up a cow every single day after you get a cow, then eventually you'll be super strong because you're picking up a 600-pound cow. Absolutely, totally how it works, 100%. No way that could possibly fail, right?
No way they could possibly be wrong.
Right.
I
So
mean, it kind of seems like a zombie kind of style.
Well, and you might be right there.
brains
It
are
might
getting
be altering
empowered.
his brain because the nursing home manager. By the way, this man is writing his own autobiography. But the manager of his nursing home says that he is probably one of the sharpest residents here and has an amazing memory for being 111 years old. I'm sure in no small part to the fact that he eats chicken brains on a weekly basis.
I mean, okay, all right. My grandpa passed away like a year and a half ago, and for the record, he was 90 years old, sharp as a tack, still had a great memory, and he ate fast food breakfast once, a couple times a week. We'd go and eat Hy-Vee or go eat like a Wendy's breakfast. So let's not. I mean, I don't know. He wasn't eating chicken brains, not that I know of. Maybe chicken gizzards, like maybe every now and again. But I think that's my grandma actually who eats chicken gizzards. I don't even think he ate like chicken.
I mean, my dad would be very excited if you put down a plate full of liver and onions.
Maybe it's Kansas City barbecue. Have you guys thought about that? Have you guys thought about barbecue maybe being the? I want to live to 100. See, and that's also the thing about living to be 111 is that you could say anything about your routine that you've done. Well, it's because I take 4 poops a day. Of course, I've always taken 4 poops a day for the last 110 years since I've been able to decide when I take the poops. I've taken 4 poops a day. That's why I'm living to 111. You kind of get to decide. Obviously, chicken brains. This man just liked to eat chicken brains. I mean, because he didn't start eating it when he turned 90 because he's like, this is going to help me stay sharp and keep it going. This man's been eating chicken brains for a while. And I don't know what kind of psychos just eat chicken brains, but...
So,
That's a
real
long
quick,
time.
Steven, is that a beer mug
Yeah.
that you're drinking water out of?
Oh yeah.
Can I just say, as a college student that loved doing
Oh, God.
stuff like that, amen.
Oh, so we had a quick story about
He's doing boot times.
about big glass shaped things. Is that we in college, our sophomore year, when of course we were all the legal drinking age, we were all 21. We would never drink underage. In our dorm, somehow my sister got me this novelty gift. It was like a boot that was like 70 ounces or 80 ounces, and we had our annual party coming up at K-State called Fake Patty's Day. So we were like, we need to be able to chug liquids fast. So me and like my roommate and a guy down the hall and like 2 guys down the other hall would come in like once a night, and they'd be like, fill up the boot, let's roll. We were running boot times. That's what we call it. We said, gotta check my boot time today. And I mean, we got it down to like 10 or 14 seconds. I mean, under 15 seconds for sure. Under 10 seconds probably. I mean, it was we were getting good at it, but just a ridiculous thing to do. But we were just drinking water to get ready for it, to be able to take in that much liquid when the time came. So it was nice to drink all that liquid, and we were getting our daily dose. We're getting our 8 cups of water.
Probably good for you.
Right.
Water.
But it was just ridiculous to think about looking back on it. But that's all I can think about with you drinking water out of the big mug is I think about going into our room in college and doing boot times and having somebody go fill up in like the dorm bathroom sink. Hey, can you go fill this up real quick? Bring it back. All right, cool. Wait, hey, go fill it up for this guy. He's about to do one. Oh, okay, all right, cool. And like we had like a board or a notebook. It was so stupid. But boot
And then
times.
you tried it once with beer, and you're like,
At least
oh,
you're hydrated.
this is carbonated.
Yeah.
Did it get any harder when you did it with actual beer? Did you ever try it with actual beer?
I'm not sure we ever did try it with actual beer. I think by the time the day come, I think we were just like, like when you have like a 70-ounce thing and you're drinking like cans of beer, unless you have like a keg, you feel when you're pouring that 5th can of beer into the boot, you feel a little ridiculous. Like, hey, maybe I could just drink these really quick, So it wasn't.
Yeah.
We got really good at like shotgunning beers. I mean, we were great at drinking in college for sure. I mean, definitely as a professional in the engineering world. I don't drink
Once
anymore.
we were 21,
or anything,
we were professionals.
yeah, once I was 21 to 22, that's when I drank, and then once I got into the professional space, stopped drinking for sure. But yeah, so there you go. That's a little story about big shaped beer mugs. But maybe if this guy was drinking a boot full of beer every night, or like once a week, he'd be like, "It's because I drink a boot full of beer. Now I'm 111." So maybe
took
the
a
guy's
long
just
time.
built different. Maybe he's just built different, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm sure that's a part of it.
Built different. He's built differently himself.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I appreciate thinking of that story. But let's. Does anybody else have anything before we move on? Do you guys have anything else to add on about eating chicken brains? Are you guys going to start eating chicken brains? Maybe
No.
Saturday chicken
Hell
brains.
no.
Saturday chicken brains.
Like, can you
If
make
you smoke
chicken
them, I'll
brains?
eat
I was gonna say maybe maybe he's eaten so many. If you cut off his head, maybe he'd survive for a few hours now too.
Ooh.
Huh,
Can you make that a channel point reward? Can chicken brains be a channel point reward?
Oh God.
Like
Oh,
a
I mean,
30K?
like-
30K? You gotta pound them?
no, like 100K.
30K.
Like 1
That'd be
million.
100K
Because I know
easy.
there's like 4 or 5 people that have like 40K that would be like, oh, chicken brains, stupid, chicken brains. And so no shot. No. I don't even think I'd put it
No
maybe a
shot.
million points. Maybe a million points. And then I'd just stop streaming. So we never have to do it. But
if you cook them and season them, it can't be that bad.
no, it's also one of those things where you probably just gotta like suck it up and really just not think about it. Like chicken livers, where if you think about it being chicken livers, it gets gross. But if you don't think about being chicken livers, it's okay. It's kind of like also Rocky Mountain oysters. Also one of those things where
I was about to say, if we want Truman to eat something gross, make the channel point reward like literally make it say "eat a dick," and it's just you have to eat
just eating like
a cow penis or something.
No, all right. So we're gonna move on from this. Joe's decided. Thank you, Joe, for deciding that we're gonna move on from this. We're actually gonna move on to my story. I'm going third in the spot here. You guys want to see a dead body?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Because it looks like this paper mache dinosaur. There's a missing man found dead inside a dinosaur statue in Spain. It was a paper mache dinosaur. They found a 39-year-old man, or the death of a 39-year-old man is being investigated now. So I guess he was 39. I don't know. We gotta check. Let's see how long it took him to find. All right. So we don't even know when he went missing. But I wonder. There's a lot of questions here, right? So a 39-year-old man is being investigated after his body was found. The death of a 39-year-old man is being investigated after his body was found inside a papier-mâché dinosaur statue in a Barcelona suburb. You guys peep that correct pronunciation? You guys like that?
Very effective.
If it's anything like Ukrainian, I come on here every week and butcher names of cities in Eastern Europe all the time. So I see Barcelona, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking knock it out of the park. Yeah, But firefighters, hey Steven, were called to the scene and forced to cut open the statue to reveal the body inside. So, like, at what point?
Man.
Okay, so they are alerted to the corpse after residents in this.
I would not want to be.
No, you said what? You said there's a what and a what and a where?
Yeah,
They said.
I'm sorry.
There was a
I would
human
not wanna
leg.
Run that call.
Oh, okay. So they saw what they thought looked like a human leg through a crack in the Stegosaurus sculpture, while also noticing. Oh no, I'm not even gonna say it. I can't even bring my. You know what? A foul smell. Foul smell. While I'm eating, I still got half a papadilla here. I don't know if I can. But the body.
Called determination here, bud.
They said no foul play is suspected. So.
Well, that seems unlikely.
So the leading theory here now is that he just decided. Did he get stuck in? I mean, I guess it's one of those things we're not going to know until the investigation, right? I mean, it's very possible. Maybe he was.
Well,
like.
I'm looking at it. It says Spanish police believe the man died while attempting to retrieve his cell phone, which had somehow dropped inside the Stegosaurus statue.
No, that's like that
That's what it
thing.
said under that picture.
Oh, that's like the thing that when you get into the afterlife, they just make fun of you for how you died. Like,
chorizo. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of chorizo and just Dinosaur man. I don't even know.
Hey, who's that guy? Oh, that's the guy that died
The
inside that
afterlife
dinosaur
with all-
looking for his phone.
That's either the coolest or the lamest way to go out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Many ways to go out inside a dinosaur statue, not the worst. Because you're grabbing your cell phone, maybe the worst.
I know as a firefighter, I would not want to run that call. And as soon as I heard the dispatch or read the notes, like I would be like, "What the fuck is going on? I must be being pranked." Like,
Like, hey, can we get you
I
to go
would-
check out
and I
this
can only
dinosaur
imagine-
statue that has
as
a dead
someone
body
who
in
has
it?
smelled a lot of
all right.
Gnarly
all right.
stuff.
someone who
Foul
has smelled
smells.
a lot of dead bodies,
Uh-huh.
I can't even begin to imagine what that one smelled like.
Fair enough. Oh, gosh. They said the statue has now been removed from the public square. It was being used by a now defunct cinema for advertising purposes. So thank God it has been removed. People don't have to keep on looking at, that's Dead Man's Dinosaur. You know that, right? That's,
Oh, had that name just like that.
I just rolled off the, just,
That was nice.
Mwah.
an autopsy is being performed to confirm the cause of death. Now, see, I don't know, man. I kind of want this to be like a true crime, Now I want him to be like, he was maybe strangled and then put inside the dinosaur. Like, just it's so elaborate. Like, but it's gonna be something dumb, right? It's gonna be man tried to grab his phone, whatever. So super stupid. But
yeah, had like single head wound, fell down.
No, there's gonna be no external damage. He's gonna have like a broken neck. That's gonna be it.
right, I guess that's my question: is so you got into the leg to get the phone,
How do you not break out of it's paper mache? How do you not break out of it?
right? How would your flight or fight not just automatically kick in?
Well, but
you
if
know?
it was advertising for a now defunct cinema, they call it paper mache, but it had to be made of something a little more sturdy if it survived outside for long enough for his body to decompose.
Yeah, but
That's what
but
I'm
people
thinking.
saw the
Back to
leg.
big words there, bros.
People saw the leg
I'm-
through the crack. How did they not hear somebody screaming for, I don't know, 2 weeks through the crack?
Okay, thoughts.
You can
though,
fall from
thoughts.
5 feet onto your head and die. It's not that hard.
Yeah, maybe he gets knocked out. The other thing I'm thinking about is like this paper mache is probably built on a big old wire frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if he's inside of there, this thing's been sitting around for a
yeah.
while. If there's like broken wire on the inside of that,
Mm.
and he gets impaled in like in the chest region or whatever to where he can't make noise anymore, that's I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of ways that you could die in there. Just doing it is like, man, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. We do talk about people always talk about the worst ways to die. Burning alive, always one that
That's
always
one.
comes up. I think the worst one
Nope.
is drowning would be my
Wood
personal
chipper.
one. No, I think wood chipper's
Ooh, yeah,
quick enough.
yeah.
I think drowning you have to give up at some point, and that's the worst part. of it.
No. It depends on which way you go into
Right.
that wood chipper.
That's fair.
Whoa.
All right.
Bro, we
God,
have put some thought into this.
What an episode here, boys. We're really off to we're off
Again,
to wow.
As someone who has seen a lot of dead bodies, there are worse ways to die than that I don't want to tell you.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to. Yeah, no.
I mean,
I'm just gonna say-
on any toes, obviously firemen, but
I was gonna say
burning
I was
alive-
gonna say drowning still, but maybe dinosaur paper mache after trying to grab cell phone might be worse than that
I
one.
mean, but in dying, getting caught on fire, don't they say that after like a couple minutes, your nerve endings are just gone?
After like a couple seconds, I thought, but I don't know.
It's pretty
Maybe
quick.
It was maybe it was like Night at the Museum. It came alive and ate him and refroze back into its statue form.
That's what I'm
There
talking
we
about.
go.
This is what we're talking about.
That's what I'm going
This
with.
is what I like.
This
This is
is
that's
content.
so much better than a cell phone. Oh, so much better. Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
They're
Now,
gonna be like,
not
release his
it-
personal effects. His phone was in his pocket the whole time.
Night at the Museum talk is starting, which means that we need to move on to our final story. Steven, you are the new guest on the show, so we did save the final story of the show for you. We like to, let you know how we do everything, like to see how we do the rift and everything. So we now give you the floor for the final story of the episode.
Well, all I did was Google weird news, and the first thing.
Hey,
that popped
hey,
up-
that's what
well, actually,
everybody
it was
does,
the
hey.
first thing that popped
Yeah, I
up
was gonna
'cause it
say.
involved. The first thing I found involved a lot of poop, and I mean a lot. And I was like, maybe not while we're eating. So I went with this one about hair. Just based
After the discussion we
guy
just
up in
had,
Minnesota
and now
was
you're like, what? Not while
no,
we're eating.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, now I'm like, oh man, I should have gone with that one.
Yeah.
But basically, there's just a Minnesota man. He was like, I just want to set world records with my hair, because what else do you do in Minnesota?
Fair, fair enough.
Not a lot to do up there. So he already has the world record for tallest fan mohawk, and then he was like, well, I'll get another one for the tallest spike mohawk, which I didn't know there were different names for different mohawks, to be completely honest with you. But this says his hair was 50.9 inches tall, which is what, 4 feet and 2 inches?
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez.
And if that's a 6 foot tall man, that's 10 feet of person.
Yeah. I mean, he's 5'10" at least. Just looking at him.
You can't go through any doorways. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, he has to sit on the ground, and she's on a step stool to fix it that way. I mean, you can't. Let's think about the things that you can't do with your hair at 50. What did I say? 50.9 inches. You can't go through doorways. You can't sleep. You can't drive a car. So this dude's just out here. I mean, imagine just walking down the street, just.
Right,
hey,
because
how's it going? Imagine he goes to pick something. Imagine he drops something to pick, and he goes to pick it up. He impales somebody with his hair spike.
Oh man.
If you look at him, they show it. It keeps on
that's
folding
the worst
over.
way to die. This dude dropped something and impaled me with his mohawk.
Going to get on a plane, gets
I
caught.
was saying, not in terms of pain, just dumbest ways to die.
I love how
Dumbest ways to die.
this just looks like some straight out of Dr. Seuss bullshit. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
don't if you look at it, it doesn't look like it's real. Like that's not actually happening.
No.
And then you see him talking, you're like, damn, they put a lot of work into the CGI. And then you realize someone wrote a whole article about it, so it had to be real, right?
You're like, we're really selling us on it, huh?
This is
We are
this
really
is
doing
actually happening.
Yeah.
They call him the Minnesota Mohawk.
And this was
King.
actually
Yeah, the Minnesota Mohawk King,
sick.
which is the coolest thing you've ever been called ever.
What a title.
Right? Right.
Yeah. That was 8 inches taller than his previous record. His fan mohawk was 42.5 inches. And I mean, is that all the way? Like 42 point is that a disc? 42.5 radius disc on top of his head?
Yeah. I mean,
imagine the wind blows. He gets knocked.
I was like, he
the fuck
has to
out.
walk into the wind the whole time. That's how it works.
Yeah.
well, if you look, like the person styling his hair, he's sitting on the ground, and his hair is taller than the person who's standing on the ground styling it.
Right.
And it's, at some angles, it even looks taller than the person on the step stool,
Yes.
which is just insane. Just a bonkers.
I mean,
Just fantastic is what it is.
Guy's like this guy's a modern day Samson. I mean, the power's in the hair, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Gotta hope no one cuts it.
I mean, you cut his hair, you take his power. Yeah, I mean,
Like Rapunzel,
imagine-
yeah.
That'll be the next news article for this guy. Yeah, like Rapunzel.
Right. Well,
The next
Except instead of
news is gonna be
lowering it
this guy
down for
murders
someone to climb
somebody,
up,
and they're
you're
gonna be like,
fighting bad guys and impaling them. Yeah.
well, it's gonna be he murdered somebody. What do you have to say for yourself? He cut my hair.
Cut my
understandable
cut my
how they
hair,
did
so my hair cut him.
it.
Yes.
Like, but the funniest part about this is it is the
yeah,
world's
that's-
tallest mohawk, but you know that he doesn't have it like the whole time. Like that's the funniest part is that
Right.
as ridiculous as that looks, with that being that tall, imagine, I don't know, every other moment of his life when he's walking around with just shaved head on the side, hair down, to his knees on the backside. Just, I like to think about that. That's how I want to wear my hair from here on out.
I mean,
I've decided I'm going to be the Missouri Mohawk man. The Missouri Mohawk King.
King.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. The royalty. Yes. Can't be king until I beat him. Missouri Mohawk man until I beat the best. You got to beat the best to be the best.
Yeah.
But
like, I just imagine waking up every morning and you're just drowning in hair. Like,
Yeah.
another way to
You're
die.
like-
You swallow and choke on your own hair.
oh my god.
50 inches of hair down the throat.
No shit.
Yeah, it's like the magic trick. It just keeps coming out.
Right. Well, like people have those dreams where they're wetting the bed, and it's like, or like when you're using the bathroom, they always say, don't use the bathroom in your dream, all that stuff. Whenever you're people who wet the bed, I imagine this guy has to have like spaghetti dreams, and he wakes up and he's eating his hair, and then he's like, oh, that's a spicy meatball, and then he wakes up and he's just and just pulling hair out. Yeah. All right.
Gross.
That's
And imagine just finding that hair just around the house. Yeah, just
Yeah.
gross.
love an appearance from the Minnesota Mohawk King. Well,
Lord.
boys, I'm about ready to rate a little Papa John's Papadia, huh?
Yeah.
You guys
I'm
ready?
feeling it.
Everybody got a little score in mind? You've been thinking? You've been thinking it through? Been running through your rubrics? You guys check your class rubric? I sent you. You check the syllabus? No? School's out.
No.
This was all clearly outlined.
It's all
missed that email.
clearly outlined in the syllabus. Very upsetting here, guys.
How would you just run me through it one more time? So I just want to make sure I know what I'm going for here.
All right. So normally we do very similar to school grading systems here. Honestly, it's hard to get below a 50. We don't do a true 100-point scale because we're all too nice, or at least I'm too nice. I know that. So what we do
Food
is
food.
right, and it's obviously I like food a fair amount. So what we do is 69 and below, nice. It's like you wouldn't eat it again. You wouldn't, like, if somebody was like, I'm going blah blah blah, hey, or I brought you this, and you'd say, fuck you. Why did you bring me this? It's a no. And then there's also, and then so 70 to like 80 is like if somebody brought you it, you'd be like, all right, cool, thanks, I appreciate it, or whatever. 80 would be like if they're going to that place, you'd be like, boom, get me that. That's what I want from that place. And 90 is like, hey, let's go to this spot. We're going to go get this item, 90 and above. So just kind of keeping those scores in mind here. Joe,
I know we're going to be late to the funeral, but I want a papadia.
Yeah. You better, Papa better see me yet. No. Joe.
You better witness me
Yeah.
eating my papadia.
Yeah. Joe, are you ready to start us off with the scoring?
I will give it my best shot.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 72.
Okay.
In my professional opinion, because that's what I am, I'm a professional.
Of course.
It was a pizza. Pizza is always good. And they took my pizza and they folded it in half, which makes it nice to eat. But at the end of the day, it was still just a barbecue chicken bacon pizza,
Interesting. Okay. All right.
just folded in half.
Fair enough. I can see that. Didn't think the
So-
Parmesan added a ton.
The only time I could taste the Parmesan was when I ate the little extra crispy bits around the edge
Okay.
alone.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I was eating a bite of the pizza, it was like, yes, barbecue sauce.
Fair enough.
So, pizza, good, folded in half, fine, whatever.
Yeah, what's
It's a
it?
72. I would definitely eat this if somebody brought me one.
So this is the second Papa John's pizza thing that we've eaten. The second Papa John's thing that we've eaten on this show.
Oh, stuck crust.
We did this crust stuffed from Papa John's as well. And a quote that we had during that was that sex is like pizza, and that bad pizza or good pizza is really good, and bad pizza is still pretty freaking good. So
Yeah.
so yeah, that's fair.
Not stellar. It's not terrible. Papa John's has always been a pretty solid piece of pizza.
Mhm.
And this is, once again, solid pizza.
Another one. All right, a 72 from Joe. Cole, up here in our top right.
Yeah.
What you got?
So I think my hardest thing about this, like I was really expecting this to kind of blow me out of the park, because I've heard very warm, kind reviews of the Papadia quite a bit. And it didn't, but I don't know what I don't like about it.
Right.
And I'm sitting right at an 83 because I still think it's really good. Like, I think it's, like, I would still make the choice to get it. But it isn't as good as regular pizza, in my opinion. And I think I was thinking about it quite a bit. The Parmesan outside is very, very good. You just kind of have to, when you chew it, you can't just bite and then chew everything up really fast. You have to take your bite and let it sit for a second, like literally a half a second, let it hit your tongue and actually taste that Parmesan. That's good. I was just kind of like, when I get a pizza, I don't go cut it into quarters and then fold the quarters in half and then eat that. And I don't do that for a reason.
Yeah,
and I think
right.
this was the perfect example of why, like, it's just not how I like to eat pizza. And maybe I didn't get the right papadilla here. I got the pizza flavored papadilla essentially. So like, maybe there's just a likelihood that if I would have gotten one with a different flavor, I would have been able to be more confident in saying it's really good. But I don't have anything I don't like about it. I was just like, that's a folded in half pizza. It's all right. It's pretty good.
Fair enough. So an 83 from Cole, a 72 from Joe. Steven, we'll let you go next. You're the only one who doesn't have to worry about disappointing me with your score because you haven't heard me shill about the Papadilla, I don't know, every other week when I'm, 8 drinks in or whatever, even though I don't drink anymore.
You think
after
I care about
22.
disappointing you?
Yeah. No, not at this point. But Steven, you're the only one who doesn't have to worry about my feelings or facts don't care about feelings. So Steven, give us your rating. Tell us how you liked it.
I'm actually kind of sitting at an 85.
Ooh, okay.
But similar to Joe, I couldn't taste a lot of that Parmesan. But maybe I need to try it the way Cole said. I'm a big lover of buffalo flavor.
Oh yeah,
love me, and I think Papa John's buffalo flavor is very, very good.
Yeah.
So that was saving for me, but yeah, it does seem like a folded up pizza, albeit a very good folded up pizza. but that's why I give it an 85.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
It made me do this. This has made me do some introspective thinking. So it's funny that you mentioned that it's basically just like a folded up pizza, and because the thing about it for me is that if I'm ordering one, it is me sitting in my room gaming by myself, and so I think the biggest appeal of it is maybe that it is a pizza, but it's like a one-person pizza, and it's like this is a meal. You don't need any sides, you don't need anything else. I mean it is 800 calories, 900 calories, somewhere in there. That's a meal. And so I think that's part of it for me is that I don't have to go and order. Instead, I can order this instead of ordering a medium pizza or whatever, a small pizza that might be the same price. And then having to, one, grapple with myself and say, am I really going to eat this whole pizza? And then two, like, how much pizza do I want to put in the fridge and eat later and all that stuff? And I think that's probably a big appealing side of it for me also.
You can either eat half or the whole.
Right. And like, but what the Parmesan outside, like the crust reminds me of is I think we did, Taco Bell had like the grilled cheese burrito that came out. It's ridiculous. It came out like a couple months ago.
Chalupa?
No, it came out before we started Grub Buds. And it was kind of similar. You'd pull it out of the wrapper, thing is just greasy, and it's got cheese on the outside, and then you eat it, and you're like, not a ton of cheese there. Not really sure that we needed to add all that cheese to the outside of this. And that's what I would kind of say about this. Although, I don't know. I've eaten papadillas in the past. What I will say is it adds a pretty nice crunch to the outside there, which is kind of nice. It firms it up a bit so things don't like squirt out the other side. That helps. It helps firm it up just a tad. But I'm with you in that it doesn't add a ton. So what I'd say is that, I don't know. I think it's the same price as a papadilla, and that helps a lot, is that it's not like I'm sure Taco Bell charged $2 extra for the grilled cheese burrito or whatever, or 30 extra cents because it's Taco Bell. I don't know how prices work anymore there. And I think papadilla I think it's the same price as the papadilla, Parmesan or non-Parmesan. So I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend it over the other one. Maybe I'd get it. I don't think it will last. I don't think they'll keep it on their menu forever and ever. But I did like it. It's still Papadia. I still think it's great. I'll still definitely order one next time I'm drunk. And so I'm going to give it an 88. I'm going to try not to. I don't want to put it too high. I don't believe it deserves up there in the realm of the toasted cheddar chalupa. Still, I think the highest rated thing that we've had on the show. The first one, we really set a high standard for ourselves. But I would say that I'm not sure it's quite there. Although I think both Papa John's Pizza and Pizza Hut Pizza was also pretty high for us too. Both in the upper 80s. So, sorry, does somebody
You said 88?
I said 88. Does somebody have an average?
That is a very clean average of 82.
82. Not bad. So
Can
again,
confirm.
if you're going to Papa John's, maybe grab me this. But if you're ordering for more than one person, just order a pizza, probably.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we can also hope that Papa John's goes to the Taco Bell school of putting crispy cheese on the outside of things and comes back with the toasted cheddar papadilla, where you can
Good.
taste the cheese and it's way better.
Don't get me started. Don't. All right. All right.
Don't
Ooh.
turn in with
Yeah.
a good time.
Ooh, all right. I'm a little. Ooh, we got to get out of here. I gotta. Ooh. All right. I'm wearing sweats, Joe. Calm down. All right, Joe, up here in the top left. Joe, do you have anything to shout out before we get out of here?
No, I do not.
Is that it? All right, fair
Keep
enough.
living, have a good life. Don't get COVID,
Alright.
even though it's gone now.
Great.
There's,
stuff.
there's UFOs. It's okay. We're cool. We don't care.
Sure. All right,
Nice.
We're gonna assume they don't have COVID.
fair enough. Joe is shooting out non-COVID aliens. All right, Cole, up here at the top right. Cole, you got anything to shout out for us?
Oh yeah. Well, first I want to make a just quick side note. This was something I forgot to mention during my review. The ranch, like dipping your papadilla in ranch, crushes so much. Like I think Papa John's pizza sauce very good for a lot of things. It's a sweet sauce. It tastes really good on their pizza. But dipping things in that sauce is a lot. Like the sauce comes out real hot. Like it's like the sweetness is popping when it's just sauce hitting your mouth. So by the way, yeah, ranch with that, and I think ranch with the buffalo papadilla. I'm also a big buffalo guy. I think that's got to be a crush. I think that probably earned me 5 more points at least.
One to me.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
But shout out different group that we've been working with recently, very accompanying for this Memorial Day and Kansas City area again. Veterans Community Project, really cool group that does a lot for veterans in the Kansas City area. They provide housing. They also offer walk-in support services. So another cool group to donate to, keep a lookout for, volunteer with. They do a lot of cool things.
Awesome. And then Steven, down here in the bottom right. Sorry, I always go last, so I'm going to make you go here. Do you have anything to shout out of socials or charities or things to support?
Can I shout out my music group?
Sure. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll shout out Central Standard, local Metro Kansas City Barbershop Chorus,
Ooh,
4-time international medalists.
nice.
We're starting some youth harmony camps this year and following for the inner city Kansas City schools, and well, in the future we will be. We're just running some beta tests this year. I'll follow on Facebook, and we're trying to do things for the community.
Nice. I like it. Is that Central Standard?
Yeah, centralstandard.net.
Centralstandard.net. Yeah, absolutely. Go check it out.
Nice.
Yeah. First barbershop,
Yeah,
quartet, first music person I think we've had on here. So I do appreciate
cool.
that. And as always, I've been Truman
Firefighter
Steen.
too.
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter by Steam Machine, SteeHnMachine. Trust me, I don't practice that at all. And we stream here. We do Monday night Grub Buds. We do Tuesday night. We do Dom That's True with O and Dom over there. We're talking hockey and health right now until the Islanders are knocked out of the playoffs, and then we will absolutely just transition into the NFL season like nothing ever happened. And then as always, I think and I sometimes stream on the weekends. I guess Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's always Saturdays a workout stream. Sundays normally chill. Fridays normally drinking games with the pals and the boys. And another thing that we've had people shout out before that I always like to throw it out there. Look out for your food banks as we're talking Obviously, we're all eating excess of food right here. Some people do not have great security to food. So, and you know, it picks up around holidays. So maybe after Memorial Day, you might have some extra stuff that that you're not going to use that food banks might appreciate. That could be going bad before you get to use it. So something to think about, donating to local food banks, especially after these big holidays where you might have some excess of food or something like that. But I think that about does it for me, boys. I appreciate. Nope.
quick
Fuck you. Nope.
just
Nope.
popped into my
Nope.
head.
Nope. 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 Nope.
No,
Nope.
trust
Nope.
me, it's
Nope.
valid. It's
Nope.
valid.
Nope.
It's about Little Caesars.
Okay. All right. All out.
Papadia, Little Caesars lunch deal.
One or the other.
I know one of the things you said was that the papadia
Ooh.
is just a good amount of pizza for you can eat the whole thing and feel okay, or you can save half of it for later. And I know I've heard you say the same thing about the Little Caesars lunch deal.
What I'll say about Little Caesars lunch deal is that Little Caesars is if you eat the whole lunch deal at Little Caesars, if you drink the whole soda and eat the whole pizza, you will feel like shit.
Monster.
You will have a bad day. If you try to work out like later, it'll be terrible. You will feel, I mean, and not just, you know, we don't need to get into specifics here, you know, because it's, you know, this is a family podcast, obviously.
Sounds like we're about to though.
Oh yes.
But it's just a lot of grease, is what I'll tell you. It's very, you know, that's all I'm going to tell you. That's all we're going to describe here. But it is, it does not do good things to you, and so I will say a papadia. I feel better after eating a papadia than I feel after eating the Caesar's lunch deal. But the Caesar's lunch deal is more food. Like me and my girlfriend, what we used to do in college is that we would get that and then split it. We would take it back to the labs. And that's like a perfect midday kind of thing where it's like if you're kind of hungry, but not like crazy hungry, if you split the lunch deal, you don't feel as terrible. You eat like 2 slices or, you know, 2.5 and 1.5 or whatever. And you split the soda, you feel a little better. But yeah, like I'm telling you, if you eat the Little Caesars lunch deal and the full soda, I mean, that's got to be 1,300 calories or whatever. I don't know, 1,400. It's a significant amount more, and it's a significant amount of greasier. And I know they used to have like a papadia and a soda deal at Papa John's, so maybe that was like similar, and it was probably like $9 as opposed to $6. So again, I don't know, Joe. What I'll tell you is, if you don't want to feel like shit, go to Papa John's as compared to Little Caesars,
Or only eat
which
half.
is my general recommendation for you when comparing those two pizza places, anyways. But we need to get out of here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who's watching on the Twitch. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast, and you're like, I wish I could listen to it on the other one. Hey, they're on both of them, I promise. Or if you tuned in late here and you want to listen to some of the things we said, some of the weird news, again, check it out, Spotify, Apple Podcast. And if you're listening on that and you've made it this far, I also appreciate you. And again, the Twitch viewers, I appreciate you being active in the chat and pointing out that Joe's green screen was kind of a face. And of course, a big thank you to Joe, Cole, and Steven for joining me on this Papa John's endeavor. We will see you guys next week. I believe we're going to be eating the naked chicken chalupa from Taco Bell. That's right. They said no way he could possibly go back to Taco Bell again. No way they do it for a 5th time or whatever. But we are. We're going back there, and then the week after that, we're eating the Burger King chicken sandwich. Yeah, Grub Buds sponsored by Taco Bell, or Taco Bell
Grub
Buds.
Buds. And where did it bring you? Right back to me.
You know what? We knew we'd be eating a lot of Taco Bell, but we'll see you next week for that naked chicken chalupa. Thank you again. We'll see you. Bye.